longer on top and over here. If you use the string trimmer, it's gonna buzz it and it's not gonna look good. All right, so this is my favorite lawn weapon. This is the Idech Power Rotary Scissors that I have attached to my Ego. As I reel mow, using a string trimmer is, in the front, this is where I reel mow. I leave the backyard long. I can use a string trimmer back there. But when I use it here, this lawn right now, because it's cool outside, I'm keeping it at a 1/2 inch and normally 3/4 of an inch, but the string trimmer can't really touch the grass. And if I wanted to, I have to turn it on an angle, and then a lot of times you'll scalp it or burn it, however you want to address that. So, but with these, this is perfect for people who reel mow or, just want to get a real tight edge. I use this for edging as well. And as you can see over here, when I do the reel mowing along my flower bed, this is all long. This doesn't get cut correctly, and that's what's this is good for that, because if I use the string trimmer, it's gonna buzz it and it's not gonna look good. So these trimmers really do a good job over here. And then also along the driveway here, you can see that all the way down, we have this right here. This is longer on top and over here. And what I've noticed in the past, and we can actually do just a little test real quick before we use this thing, is that I do use the Ego edger and it does a good job, but nothing edges like these rotary scissors. And just to let you know, if you made it this far already, TND 15 will get you 15% off over at Seago. That's where I got these, and it helps compete with everybody else. Talk with Kathy or Scott. They'll help you out and they'll tell you what attachment this will go on, because when you get this thing, it has all kinds of like adapters on there, and they'll be able to help you out, opposed to just sending them an email. They'd like to talk to you personally. So got everyone hooked up with 15% off, because these things are like 300 bucks. They're a little pricey, but I'm telling you, for Father's Day, every dad wants one of these things. So let me edge real quick with the regular edger, and then I'm going to show you guys what this thing can do on this edge. All right, this is just with the regular edger. If you take a look, it does a good job. We still have the top growth up here, but you still have these stragglers that stick out over the edge. I mean, like the dirt looks good, but it still sticks over. When we use the rotary scissors, it's gonna cut the grass and it's also gonna define the edge. So I'm gonna go do the entire strip and we're gonna take a look at that and see how good that is. So now, went across the top, now we flip it over, and I can't stand doing this stuff with string trimmers. I'm not good with it, but this thing is money. Now, just take a look. As you can see, it is cutting the grass while it's edging it. So, I mean, this thing looks like a slice of cake now, opposed to the stragglers. So, I don't know. I mean, me personally, I like the edge looking like this. Using the regular edger is nice, but I mean, this is like, even look from this angle, if you look at it from there, it's like this thing takes the turns, it's beauty. All right, so now you obviously can see that this thing cuts like butter through the edge. Now I have a live edge here for my lawn, or for my flowers, and these are all flowers that are coming in. And also I want you to ignore the lawn, because the lawn has bleaching all over, because I use tenacity, because there was a bunch of stuff and POA that I didn't want, and I had to try something. This will be the last season I ever use tenacity. That stuff sucks. But all right, so now back to this thing. We're gonna trim this all down. Same principle as I did with the edge, and this is another live edge, so let's rock this out. flipping it back over. So I just cleaned it up right here. Push the dirt back a little bit. I don't want to ruin the flowers, but as you can see, take a look at this all the way down. I mean, can you use a string trimmer? Yeah, but this thing, a string trimmer ain't gonna cut like that. This thing is an elite tool. It is expensive. It fits a lot of gas power and battery powered tools, but I mean, you can't beat that. Show me a string trimmer that can do that. I don't know. I don't think so. I'm gonna show you what it can't do though, and why you still do need a string trimmer. So let's go run in the backyard real quick and I'll show you what this thing cannot do. When I get over here, it doesn't get corners. So a string trimmer, you know, you can kind of control the speed, and it's you'll be able to get it in there. But also too, one more tip with this thing, or fact about it, this is brick right here. Perfectly fine. You saw the sparks. It's like, this thing's indestructible. I've hit it up against the brick. I've hit it up against the seawall, and you know, obviously I'm hitting it on the cement when I'm edging, and it's indestructible. I think that this is a fantastic tool. And once again, if you guys call up Seago, I'll leave everything in the description below to, you know, maybe a Father's Day gift or just for yourself. You know, especially if you reel mow, this thing is like a no-brainer. You need this thing, but it's good for a lot of other things. And as you saw, that edge is super crispy. So TND 15 gets you 15% off, and make sure you ask for Kathy or Scott when you call up Seago. And also there's this oil that you can order with it. It's called Witch's Hat, because you do have to grease this thing, and it helps reduce the noise. But yeah, this thing's fantastic, and I highly suggest people get this thing. So hopefully you guys found this informative, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks. Yeah, we got a nest. It's up, if you look, it's above the speaker up there, and that's the baby. This happened before where I forgot the term, they fly out of the nest, and like the mom's here. She's somewhere around watching, and they just like let it do its thing. I don't know, but yeah,